we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Storm Forged Irish Stout. He's got the Fight Disciples jumper on. We're in Liverpool. Can't be too far away from Nick Peet. He's here. We've just seen Natasha Jonas retain her IBF welterweight title against Mikaela Mayer. How did you think of that fight out there?
I thought the fight was absolutely outstanding. You know, it caught fire from the first round and it didn't go out, and it just makes me sit here thinking, oh my God, I wish these girls were doing 3-minute rounds, because those two at that pace don't do 10 3-minute rounds. And I think we're on the precipice now of women's boxing going to the next level, and I think that extra minute, okay, the pace would slow down naturally, but I think we're going to see more stoppages, and just we'll see that pedigree really come through. So don't get me wrong, these sprints are great, they're super entertaining. I just think it's about time for women of this level to take it to the next level now and go to 3-minute rounds. But absolutely no complaints. 20 minutes of non-stop action. I thought it was brilliant and it was super close.
How did you have the fight scored, would you say?
I did actually score it from ringside. I'm not too sure whether the female judge who was sitting directly in front of me was the judge that recorded the 6-4, the 96-94 scorecard. But that's exactly how I scored it, 96-94 in favour of Jonas. We're having a little bit of a conversation around us, as you know, Lou, and I think we kind of all went, is it a draw? Are we going to see a split draw? Is it going to be a majority draw? And because everyone was kind of like 1 or 2 rounds either way. Then I was surprised to hear that TalkSport had it massively in favour of Mikaela Mayer, which is not really a fight that I see. And even though, you know, in my notes there, I've got a lot of notes in individual rounds, just a couple of words here and there, and a lot of it is activity versus accuracy. So Mayer was putting out the activity, she was throwing the more shots, she was pushing forward, but I just thought that Tasha landed the more telling punches and really the eye-catching ones that caught the eyes of the judges and caught my eyes.
And Natasha, she spoke about what's next. You know, she is getting on a bit, and her age is, you know, there's no sign. What would you like to see her do next now after not a legacy, I suppose, a massive career best win, I guess?
Yeah, I'd like to see her try and unify at this weight division. You know, I know obviously boxer are trying to push down the Lauren Price route. I think Lauren Price needs Natasha Jonas a lot more than Natasha Jonas needs Lauren Price. I think a unification fight with Sandy Ryan appeals to me. You know, anything that would bring together that weight division, and still, I think there's potential for Tasha to come back down. Obviously the super fight out there would be Clarissa Shields. Imagine that in a career in one era, fighting both Katie Taylor and Clarissa Shields. But from what I'm hearing, Clarissa's focusing on MMA this year. Tash can't really wait till next year. I really think this is her last big year in the sport, and on the back of 2 incredible years, maybe 2024 will be even bigger for Tash, which would be mind-boggling. But, you know, I thought tonight's show with Boxer was amazing. This is a really difficult room to sell. I know Liverpool's a football and fight town, but make no mistake, this Echo Arena, this M&S Bank Arena is really hard to sell. I've been covering fights here at ringside since the place was literally open for business. I think the first show was Paul Smith Quigley or Dodson Quigley. I've been coming ringside since then, and I can count on literally one hand the number of times it's absolutely sold out. So tonight to see 4,000 or 5,000 maybe in here, loads of the people in here as well. We're girls, we're women. I love that. It's a completely different kind of atmosphere. I thought it was a bit special. And you know what? I think Michaela's right. If the big fights aren't forthcoming, if the Sandy Ryan unification, if this fight isn't happening, do that again. Do that again. 3-minute rounds. I think it would be absolutely sensational.
Absolutely, Nick. Just say thank you for taking time to speak to me. Really good to catch up with you. Shout out to the Fight Disciples. The links all will be in the description. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Good to catch up with you. It is in Liverpool if I'm not seeing you, mate. Top man. Thank you, man.